Welcome or welcome back to Awake and Bake, where we get high vibes and talk about the universe. I'm your host, Danny. I lost my voice a little bit. I don't think it sounds terrible, but it's not as rich and full as it usually is, so bear with me. It's a happy episode, my dudes, so make sure that you have something to smoke, something to drink, and bring your good vibes, or if you don't have them, you will by the end of this video. Smoking on this Buddy's Sativa all-in-one. Hydration is key. I hung out with my friends and now life is worth living. And I want to talk about why. And I also want to talk about adult friendships and how friendships change and form as you get older. I want to get into all of it, but all of it's good and all of it's happy. And I'm just so excited. I really feel like I have been renewed and rejuvenated. Not that I didn't have a personality before, but I recently hung out with some of my childhood friends who I have not seen in over 8 years. It was so healing and it reminded me, oh my God, wait, I do have a personality and it's a good one. And these bitches just know me. Like they know me like the back of my hand. And it's just nice to be reminded that there are human souls who do really know you and see you for you and love you and respect you and just adore you. No strings attached. You don't have to try to prove yourself. And I think it's just something to be said about people that you've known for a very long time, people that knew you in those very formative years. I want to get into all of that because the friends that I have made as an adult are amazing. And it is not that those friendships are not amazing, but I do think that like people always say, oh, it's harder to make friends when you get older and making friends as an adult is hard. I don't think that people are hard to be friends with or hard to love or hard to get to know even, but I think just life changes and circumstances and the things we go through. And yeah, I just feel like I have so many thoughts and so many epiphanies and so many questions. Am I the only dumb bitch who errs on the side of I'm probably just gonna rain check. I'm probably just gonna cancel. I'm probably gonna leave early. I don't hate you bitches. I love you. I wouldn't even like put in the thought of wanting to go hang out with you or go to these events or participate in activities outside of work or whatever. It's not that I don't want to. It's just that I get drained. My social battery gets fucking drained so much more easily these days. Like once my brain kind of developed, I was like, am I exhausted all the fucking time? I was probably always exhausted, but then I just like realized it more. Like I just was like, wait, that's what's happening. I'm tired. But tired's not even the right word, you guys. Like it feels like burnout, and then burnout feels like depression. So even though I love my people, I love them hard, a lot of times I err on the side of that's it, I'm not going, or I'm gonna leave early, or I'm gonna rain check, or can we reschedule, or something like that, because I don't want to go through like one day of hanging out shouldn't have to result in like a week of depression or burnout. But on the contrary, if I don't go and then I don't hang out with people and then I don't see my friends, I will be in a depression. I will just be lonely and depressed. So it was like, I need to find balance. You know what I mean? I need to work on balance. Let's take a hit. Sometimes you just need to be reminded that people literally love you. They love you for you. They love all of you. You don't have to change. You don't have to hide. You don't have to like minimize who you are. Bitches love you, okay? But more than that, you need to be reminded, and I needed this reminder, and I got it this past weekend, that there are intelligent people, funny people, beautiful people, cool people, inspiring people, people that you love, adore, and look up to, who also love and adore and look up to you. Like, you are just as unique and amazing as the people that you love and look up to. Having friends that you all just have such a deep admiration and respect for each other, and you just want to see each other win, and you're so proud of each other, and you see all the amazing qualities about each other, that is so deeply healing. Like, when somebody really sees you for you and sees all the reasons to love you, I live for this shit. Bitch, that is why I'm alive. And I feel like I really needed this trip this past weekend to like reconnect with a lot of my friends, because it really showed me, I think I've just been kind of feeling like, oh no, maybe I'm an introvert now. And you know, when I am introverted, I do really save my energy, which does save my mental health, but I do get lonely. And then I start overthinking and wondering like, am I not great with people? But I thought I was amazing with people. Chill out, bitch. I just simply forgot that I am lovable and that the people who I love so deeply, who I just think are so amazing, they think that way about me. And I forgot about that a little bit. And it's really nice to be reminded about that. Now let's take a hit because we need to chill the fuck out. Hanging out with people who truly love you and want the best for you is so reaffirming when you feel that same way about them. And I made a little list of what like truly loving your people feels like for me. For me, it's when I just love and adore their uniqueness and the parts of them that are different from me. And I lift it up so much because I love it. I love what makes them different or unique from me. I love the part that separates us because it actually doesn't separate us. It makes us closer because I love it so much. Like I'm just like, you're cool as fuck and everything that's different about you is incredible. Another thing that I think is really important and really shows if you have a secure friendship and a real friendship with people who are like really worth it, when you celebrate each other's success and you realize their success is your success. Successful people don't want to be friends with lame ass bitches. That's just how it works. I don't really know the science behind it other than like, you know, that's how vibrations are. So see your friend's success, feel the love and the joy and how proud you are of them. And then also recognize within yourself, oh wow, these are the people that like keep me in their life and that I have in my circle. Like I must be doing something right. And then that can also motivate you to do better because you're seeing, oh my gosh, look, it can be done. And it can be done for somebody who is like me or who runs in my circle. Like it's not that far fetched. It's not that out of reach. This is just how I personally know that I fuck with you and that I love you. When I steal little parts of your personality, usually it's like a sense of humor. Oh my God, everybody I know is so fucking funny and they're cool as fuck. So whether it's like, oh, I want to take a little bit of your sense of humor, or I really like this about your style, or I love how you're so carefree with this. I love being inspired and being able to just like grow and like, yeah, take little bits and pieces of people and help me be a more developed person because of it. What I'm saying is that I learn so much from my people. And I just genuinely feel like I have the greatest friends in the whole world. I've always been so good at making friends. Not like I make friends really easily, although we'll get into that. But like, I feel like the people I've chosen to be my friends are just top tier individuals. I'm very good at picking good humans. Bitch, that perfectly leads into the next thing I wanted to talk about. So let's take another hit. Then we're going to talk about, yeah, finding friends, picking friends, and how everybody always says when you get to be an adult, it's a lot harder. Is that true? And if so, why is that true? We'll get into it, but we got to get higher. I just wanted to say if you are someone who, as an adult, is feeling like it is, in fact, harder to make and maintain friendships, you're not alone. As somebody who honestly has always had a rather easy time, at least making friends, whether or not I choose to keep these friends is a different story, but at least making friends, I've even noticed a difference. And I've been observing, trying to figure out what it is. And I have a few reasons because I really don't think it's just one. For most of us, the friends that we had in childhood were people that we either went to school with or we lived nearby. And then, you go to college and all of that. You're with these people hours and hours a day, every single day. And for a lot of people, you're with them even after school. So if it's your friends you saw at school, sometimes we go see them after school. If you're in college, you're with them all day in class, all day after class, and on the weekends. You are seeing these people at very formative years. You guys are going through a lot. You guys are still learning and developing your opinions, so they really haven't been set in their ways yet. In a lot of ways, you are also going through a lot of the same traumas together, and those are really shaping you and forming you. It's really not until you get out into the quote unquote real world that shit kind of changes, and then you're in like the workforce, then you're just meeting like people in your neighborhood. Maybe you become a mom, and then you're like, wow, it's really hard to make mom friends. So politics either really aren't a thing yet when you're that young, or when they are, you're kind of all kind of on the same wavelength, because you're with each other all the time. You're talking about the same things. You're doing the same things every day. You're having pretty much similar experiences. So there's not a lot to fight about, but there's so much to bond over. Not only that, but you really get to know the person's background. What's their family dynamic like? What is their history like? Because you have the time. I don't know how else to explain that. Like you get very close to people that you're in close quarters with, living with, spending hours and hours a day in school with, having to go through the same trials and tribulations with. As a grown bitch, if I was a mom and then I'm just going to the fucking park, or a mom's club, I don't know these bitches, I don't know these fools, I don't know what they stand for, I don't know what they believe in, I don't know what they've been through, I don't know how they were fucking raised, I don't know. And people love to put on a front on the outside, but they get to go back home to their life, their secret little life, or not even secret, but like you don't know them like that. And it's so much more to have to learn somebody and their life like that. And I think for a lot of us, maybe we experience trying to, get to know somebody and then maybe getting burned. Maybe they seem really fucking cool, but then you get to know them a little too closely and you're like, are you a turf? But those types of deeper friendships, they just take longer to learn because people have relationships, jobs, kids, responsibilities, other jobs. Shit happens. Life is stressful. The taxes are crazy. The economy is crazy. Nobody can even afford to go get a fucking car. So how can we go anywhere if we can't even fucking drive? Just a few things to consider. Like it doesn't always have to be that like, oh, well, you become an adult and then like people get fake or people are mean or it's really hard to read people. I'm not saying that's not true. That's not at all what I'm saying because I've definitely encountered my fair share of fake ass bitches. And it really takes me by surprise every time. When you're a genuine bitch and then somebody does some fake shady shit, you genuinely don't see it coming. And then you're like, well, I'll be damned. Y'all bamboozled me, that's for sure. What I'm saying is, you're not crazy if you're feeling like it's a lot more difficult, if it's more stressful, if you're not having as much luck in the friend game. But what I'm saying is, don't give up. Take your space. Take the time to decompress, put up boundaries, say no more often than you say yes. Like that can be a really good thing to do, but don't give up. Don't self-isolate because there really are people out there who absolutely love you for you. And if you haven't found them yet, you will. You need to just keep putting yourself out there. The more authentic and real you can be, that is how you find your people. It's honestly crazy because this past weekend, I felt like I've been more myself than I have in a really long time. And I had way more fun than I have in a long time. And I was like, oh, why don't I just do this more? Just step into my most authentic self. But it's a lot easier with people that you feel really, really safe with. Bottom line is keep trying. Love is out there for you. Friendship is out there for you because we really need each other. Like we really do. And if you're watching this, you're part of the fam. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your grandma, and as always, stay high.